Okay, so I looked up. Stop that controller. It seems to be worse at the start of a session. Must be something to do with how it warms up. I looked up what I'm supposed to do, and there are actually multiple copies. The researcher guy said there are multiple copies of the book, and there are because you can get, if you've been keeping up with the trading quest, which I have fallen behind on. You can get the trading quest. Get the book in the trading quest, but since I have fallen behind on the trading quest, I have another option. Oh god, that fish model is a bad one to have to fight. Get one by going to the end of the forest. That didn't do anything. That's satisfying then. Judging range with Viola is just ridiculous. So off into the forest we go. Go away, fish. Need to keep fighting stuff, because otherwise I'll fall behind on the XP kill. Good grief, B. Target selection match. So yeah, this appears to just be a path, and it's a path that the camera isn't terribly interested in, because we're miles away. And I don't want to fight the big horned fish, majestic though they undoubtedly are. I might have to add them to my best JRPG fish list, which is coming soon. Uh-oh. Which gulf of difference in damage output, Devon? Between whom? And yes, there is going to be a best JRPG fish list. This has been on the... Oh, the bow versus the gun. Partly it's rate of fire, partly it's that beat keeps getting guarded against. And partly it's that the bow has this absurd do more damage at longer range mechanic, which really gets silly if you can get the range just right. The short answer is that the game just isn't very well balanced. Oops. I think that's the spellbook I need. But it's also apparently an accessory? That explains why the game is entirely happy giving you 2 copies of it. Well, Viola, Viola is range limited. There's a very specific range where the bow is effective. And outside of that range, like if she's too close to the enemy, she's useless. And if she's... Can I go up here? If she's too far away, she actually can't reach. The arrows have a fixed trajectory. Which is irritating as heck, because when you're fighting flying enemies or enemies that levitate in any way, it is entirely possible for your shots to just go underneath even when the enemy is right there. Viola's aim is terrible. And we have to track all the way back to the castle. Because this game is an arse. Only to go back along that same path in just a minute. This isn't the way into the castle, and in fact isn't a way up at all, because the stairs just dead end halfway up. It's this game in a nutshell. Why put this staircase there if I can't go up it? Why let me go halfway up the staircase? Just why? I think I remember the guide saying that sounds potentially useful. What's that I've just picked up? Def 6. There was also a score piece knocking around somewhere in here that I'd missed. And back we go. Because however beautiful these environments are, the game is definitely designed to make you spend as much time in them as possible. There's a real sense of, oh, this is a Xbox game in 2006, so it needs to be massive. Get all that hashtag content in. He will only give you that score piece while you're carrying the key, and that means it's entirely missable. I missed a path. Is there anything on it? There is. You see, Polka having a weapon called Snow White would almost be symbolic. But also this game just isn't capable of that kind of symbolism. Beautiful mess is exactly how I would describe it. And it is gorgeous, and it sounds great, and like some bits of it even feel good, but not enough of it. And then that can happen. Get back here! Go away, fish. Fishy corn. I don't know, what would you call this monster? It's like a swordfish with some sort of seahorse head on top. Oops. Novel Chimera is about right, actually. And that's what happens when you don't stop mashing at the perfect moment for the end of your turn. It has that classic problem of games of this era where they've just not got enough monster models, so you end up fighting the same encounter over and over again. But you, because you're not hard to kill. that's close. I hope that brought me into contact. It did. Good. If that had brought me into contact with the fish, I would have been miffed. This is what I mean about Viola's aim being terrible. Whereas Beats is pretty much on point. He doesn't often miss what he's shooting at. He often shoots at the wrong thing. Okay. Don't fight any more fish. That's a pretty shot. That's well composed. Although it really doesn't need the camera to be able to pivot side to side. If they just left the angle about there, that gives you all the sight you need, with the exception of getting this giant fish out of the middle of the camera. Oh god. I don't understand why these guys sometimes when they die wait until all your combo animations have finished to disappear. These monsters probably have the best sound effects in the game. These are supposed to be like former humans. See, that hasn't disappeared, so I've got to do a second attack on it for some reason. Oh, I could have countered that. Dag nabbit. Not that the counter mechanic in this game makes a lot of sense, but I could have countered it. Viola's long-range archery remains the most absurdly potent thing in the game. Can I go off to the sides here? What is the purpose of this shot? There's clearly somebody there. You can see the shadow, but they didn't go in the door. They just stood behind a pillar. I'm guessing it's Rondo. It's a very pretty temple. walk off the path? No. And after all that, we didn't even need the cussed key. I don't think the doors open unless you do the plot triggers. So here we have Aria Temple. This whole diversion, by the way, as far as I can tell, is just to assert that there is actually a religion with some organisation to it in the world. Oh, good grief, that was an obnoxious camera angle. There's this bat, it's over here somewhere. There we go. Good grief. It's nice that for once Beat can fire over something. Oh dear. No, Viola, the enemy is still not over there. That could have gone better. What? Where'd the chest go? Give that back. Good, these things apparently can move quite quickly. Come into the shadow. You'll be much easier to kill in the shadow. Ye gods. So that was a fixed trigger. I think I saw a bat. Yes, I did. Oh, good grief. I think it might be that these enemies are just taller than the other ones. There we go. Oh, come on. That was cheap.
恥じなくていいのですよ。
I think I've already got a lion armor.